There we go. Hello, everybody. Everybody's doing great. It is very warm here today. It is, I think, 75 degrees. It is like 75 degrees in the house, so I had to turn the air back on. You know me, I got my fans going. I've got my one fan here, and I found this the other day, and this has been my very best friend. I don't know where the heck it came from, but I take this with me everywhere now. I'm like one of those old ladies in the store fan of myself, but it really helps. It makes a big difference. I was out thrifting 2 days ago. Well, actually, 2 days in a row. So I had my little fan with me everywhere I went because it has been hot, and it's also like 80 degrees, 80% humidity, which, is fine for August, but it's February. And actually, I prefer it to be warm, but y'all know this medication makes me sweat, and I sweat particularly on my face and my head, so it's not particularly the most attractive, but I wanted to come in and say hello to everybody. I was just getting ready to make some lunch, so I thought I would come on and talk to y'all while I was doing that. And I'm trying to remember here how to bring this up. What's everybody doing today? Is it warm where everybody else is? Okay, let's see if this works. Internal. Sorry, guys. Hang on just a second. But I'm going to be making, it's just a throw to kitchen sink type lunch where I'm going to put together a bunch of leftovers, use up some leftovers, and I'm going to make some quinoa, do like a stir-fried quinoa. So I thought I'd share, of course, quinoa's been around for quite some time, but I just wanted to show anybody how that maybe hasn't made it before how to make it. Well, it keeps saying internal error. All right, guys, I'm trying to see the chat. Well, it says no error. Sorry, something wrong. A team of highly trained monkeys has been dispatched to deal with the situation. Good Lord have mercy. Well, let me see if I can put you up on then. Otherwise, I might just have to talk. What everybody's doing. Okay, well, let me see if I can get you in my chat. On my phone. So let's see. I apologize, y'all. There we go. I apologize, y'all. Hey, Cass Kitty. Hey, Hippie Mandy. Oh, your lunch hour is up? Hippie Mandy, I sure did enjoy chatting with you last night. I'm sorry, I think I fell asleep, but you are just adorable. I don't know how everything turned out or if you've talked to your dad anymore, your brother, but I'd love to hear more about that. But anyway, let me go ahead and get started. Hey, everybody. Hey, Debbie. Thanks for being here. Oh, you got snow? Oh, I don't want snow, but I take some snow-like temperatures. So let's see if I can, maybe I'll sit y'all right here. Is that okay? Oh, you know what? I'm going to need to move it up, I think. Hey, Amanda Love. How are you, Angel? How did, Amanda, weren't you having Drug court, finishing up drug court today or yesterday. And I tell you what, that is an amazing accomplishment. For y'all that don't know, drug court is freaking hard. It's kind of like what they do when you have to get your nursing license back, and they do not play. So, congratulations for completing drug court. That's amazing. I think their success rate is very low because it's tough. You're still waiting on the text. It's overwhelming to say the least. Yes, y'all need to go watch Hippie Mandy's stream. I don't know if you left it up, but she just found out who her real dad is after, well, how old did you say you were? 42, 43, after 43 years or so? Hey, Ricky. I graduated drug court December 11th. I got sentenced Tuesday for my misdemeanor. Oh, okay. So what was your sentence? How'd that turn out? Boy, I tell you what, you get major props for finishing. I'm sure that looked very good upon you. Hippie Mandy, a drug court everywhere is very strict. I mean, it's supposed to be. Addicts have a good way of coming up with ways to get what they want, so they had to create a program that was seal proof, which for an addict is a very hard thing to do. So they had to be really strict. Anyway, here's the quinoa. This is tricolor quinoa, but you can use just white or whatever you want. It doesn't matter. But quinoa is so good. If y'all have not had it, not only is it good for you, but it's very healthy. It is a grain, actually, so it's not a pasta. And you cook it like you do rice. So it's a 2-to-1 ratio. So if you do 1 cup of quinoa, it's 2 cups of water. And what I do with it, which is the way I was taught to do it in college, which I think makes it taste better and has better texture, is you saute it for a few minutes beforehand. And that makes it, quinoa has like a little bit of a crunch to it. It's got this little leg on. I know that sounds weird, but it's got this little piece on it. It's got the grain and then this little piece, and that piece gets crunchy. So I think it tastes really good. Y'all like quinoa? Amanda, I asked you what your sentence was, and then I didn't even see if you wrote anything. Oh, hey, Janet. Oh, thank you, honey. What a beautiful thing to say. I wasn't sure if you were saying that to me or not. Well, I look forward to getting to know you too. There's just been so much ugliness and so many people getting hurt and upset. And believe me, I've been making a list of some things that I want to talk about that aren't necessarily drama related, but just issues that I just think need to be addressed. So I am going to do one of those streams coming up. Before, I've learned from mistakes in the past that if I'm upset about something or something's bothering me, I think unless it's something that needs immediate action, somebody's in danger or something like that, I like to think about it for a couple of days and pray about it and maybe even ask somebody that's not involved about it. Because if you react with your first initial feeling, usually you end up regretting that. Usually I end up regretting it, I should say. So I've written down some things and we'll talk about that later. Let's get started. I'm hungry. So what I'm going to do is have a hodgepodge of leftover vegetables. Some of them I need to chop up a little bit. And then we're going to saute it all together. And you do need to have a pan that has a top on it because like rice, you need to shut it and let it steam for a few minutes and not touch it. So what I have are some carrots. I never buy carrots like this, but I'm trying to lose some weight. So I thought instead of like pretzels or something, because I crave crispy things. So I thought I would eat some of these. I really haven't eaten much. So I need to get these chopped up. I'm going to put those in. I have a little piece of onion I'm going to chop up. I've actually had some leftover tofu, which, I've never really put that in there, but for some extra protein, I'm going to put that in there. One thing about tofu, if you don't know and you're trying to experiment with using tofu, you have to get the water out of it. This is extra firm, so it doesn't have a lot of water. I shouldn't say that. It has less water than like the soft does. But before I put these in those egg rolls I made, and the night before, what I do is I take it out of its little package and, drain that off. And then I put a couple paper towels underneath and above it, set it on a plate, and then put something really heavy. I put my Le Creuset on top of it. And you will be shocked at how much water comes out of the tofu. It's like a cup of water. So anyway, I've left over that. I have a little bit of frozen peas. I'm going to chop up some almonds, I think. Now, can you tell I'm liking the crunch instead of like peanuts? I just thought maybe that would taste good. So I got a few of those. So let me get chopping, and then we'll go over to the pan and get everything together. Excuse me, I gotta blow my nose for a second. I don't know what it is about coming on here that makes my nose run. Hey, Amber, how are you, honey? Are you working today? No, I've never baked with almond flour. I don't really like to bake that much. But what's that for, like gluten-free? I've never baked with almond flour. Is it good? I love almonds, so I use almond milk. Yes, Janet, exactly. Debbie says, please don't let anyone bother you. You speak to and watch who you want. Absolutely. And thank you for saying that, Debbie. I understand what you're saying, because I'm even hesitant to go in streams and say anything anymore, because I did. I usually am not ever watching streams live. Hippie Mandy was one of the first ones I've been into a while, because I usually don't watch things until later at night. And if I happen to be in one that I do see live, I commented the other day and it had nothing to do with what I was talking about, but somebody in there jumped down my throat and got everybody upset. And it's just, I know what you mean. So we got to fight against that. And the best way is just to ignore it and keep on talking. You're making lunch for the kiddos? They got out early. Okay, let's see. I'll do the carrots first. I'll cut up a couple carrots. Did you all hear on the news I think it was a bag of frozen spinach that this lady had, that she defrosted, and I guess was about to cook or eat, and she found a lizard in the frozen spinach. I would have died. So I don't. One of my girlfriends told me about it. I don't know what state it was or what ended up happening, but she made a good point. She was like, how do they know that lizard was in there? And she didn't just say that. But that reminded me of it's been a while, but do y'all remember when that lady said she found a finger in her chili? Yeah, Amber, I know it is hard to ignore people, but you fight back and you just get them more riled up. Hey, Kirsty. Thanks for coming in my chat, honey. I'm making just a little quinoa stir fry with a bunch of, not even a bunch, just a few leftovers that I have. So I'm trying to be healthy. What's good is I like healthy food by, I just do. I don't have to be forced to like it. But my thing is I love carbs. I could do without sugar. I mean, I like sugar, but like pasta and potatoes, that's my weakness right there. So I'm trying to cook. Quinoa is a little bit lower in carbs and higher in protein and breaks down differently in your system. So let's see. These are kind of cute because if you cut them with the ridge, they come out in they're easier to cut like with sticks. So I didn't really intend that, but it's kind of working out. Christy, how are you today? I'm loving y'all's little Patty parodies. She's a mess, isn't she? Sweet little Patty, always getting herself into some kind of trouble. I hope she recovered from all the glitter in her eyes. You're a carb girl too. Yeah. Well, here, see what time is it where you are? Is it dinner time? Hey, Irish Marie. We just need one woman in here, don't we? Then we got the whole tribe. Hey, Lavender Flower, what a beautiful name. So, I don't need a whole lot of everything, but sweet little Patty Patch. Yeah, she got glitter bombed. I don't know. I don't think that would bother me. Except for getting all the glitter out of the carpet, I wouldn't mind. Yeah. I know you are your own person. That's what I like about you. I recently stopped buying the bag spinach and bought the bundles. Texture seems different. What do you mean, the bundles of spinach? Did anybody else hear that about the lizard and the spinach? Oh, y'all, you know how I'm always talking about not getting things from China? I don't know why this reminded me of this, but somebody on Facebook posted, oh, you know who it was? It was, shoot, I just forgot her name. She's on YouTube. Rachel Reeves. Y'all remember Rachel? Hey, Rachel, if you're watching, sweetheart. She posted something on Facebook about, how do I say it? The food processing in some Asian markets. It was so horrific. I couldn't even watch a minute of it. But I guess because I had watched that, it brought me over to another site where this Chinese lady was eating frogs, not frog legs, frogs. They were like whole frogs like this, and I guess they were steamed because they were in like one of those bamboo baskets. And she would pick it up with a chopstick, bite its head off, and spit it like over to the side, and then eat the whole rest of the body plain. This was like a week or two ago that I saw this, and I'm still like having PTSD over it. It was horrible. Did you see that? Oh, I think that might be my neighbor. Hold on just a minute. Come in. Oh my gosh, is that a chalkboard? Oh, I forgot the food. Oh, hi. Hey, how you doing? I'm filming right now. That's so beautiful. Is that from Sarah? It was at the dump. Oh my gosh. It was her. She put it at the dump. Oh my gosh. Good to see you, honey. Y'all have a nice day. You too. You look beautiful. You look like you're 20 years old. She does. Your 20th birthday party. Thank you. Bye, girl. That was sweet. My neighbor, y'all that are friends with me on Facebook, you might have seen that I was looking for some puppets. And one of my friends that I used to teach with came over this morning, and she gave me a bunch of teaching supplies. And one of my neighbors just found a chalkboard at the dump. So I'll tell you all about that in just a little bit. My interview to teach. So I'll tell you about that in a minute. Just hang on. Okay, sorry about that, guys. All right, I think I've got enough carrots here. Let me do the onion real quick. I can't pronounce our daughter's name. Oh, Tadded's in here. Hey, Tadded. How are you, sweetie? Tadded, does your wife live anywhere near Kirsty? Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, so just a little bit of onion. What else do I have to chop up? I think that's it. Let me chop up a little bit of almonds. But of course, if you had celery, I actually do have some cauliflower, but I'm saving that for something else. Any kind of vegetables would go in here, or you could do it with chicken, beef. Of course, y'all know stir fry can be used with just about anything. Or I just make quinoa plain. You can serve it on the side. It's good with just salt and pepper. It's good. I used to make it kind of like a pasta salad and keep it cold with vegetables and take it to the beach because it holds up really well. It doesn't break down like pasta can break down. I love raw almonds. Oh, Wendy is in here. Yay. The whole group is here. Let's see, what did they say? We got the pretty one, the smart one, and what was the other one? The funny one. Oh, that tickled me so much. I don't know who said that because I wasn't in there live, but that was so funny. Okay, so really not a whole lot of just, let's see, I got my phone right here so I can't. There we go. Nothing fancy. This isn't like a meal. Well, you can make it for guests. Who cares? But nothing fancy here. So I'm going to move over to the stove. I'm going to move you over to the stove and show you how to get everything assembled. What I'm going to do is put in the pan of, like 2 tablespoons of olive oil and then 1 cup of quinoa. And I'm not going to put the water in yet. We're going to stir fry everything together. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and then I'll bring you over, okay? All right, guys, moving around here. Well, let's see. I have enough charge. I'll keep it unplugged for a minute. I am so excited. I got a chalkboard. Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to tell you about this teaching thing here in a minute. We'll have lunch together and I'll tell you about that. Okay, so let me take this off so I've got some room. Of course, I had to bring my fan with me. All right, so I'm heating up. Let's see if I can do this so you can see. Yeah. Here we go. So I'm heating up like 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Gary, I hope we are friends again. I hope so too. I wish Marie. I don't know what happened with that, but good to kind of stay just out of the loop, enough to know a little bit what's going on, but I don't really want to know everything. I think I'll get too depressed. Okay. Do you remember how you fixed your chat? Captain's getting the same thing and it's still not working for him. Would you, oh, no, I didn't fix it. My computer is still saying that about the error. I don't know, it's kind of creepy. About the monkeys. So I'm just looking on my phone. That's weird that he's getting the same thing. I don't know. I figured I wouldn't mess with it since I was already live, but is anybody else having problems with their chat? I'm gonna put this in lots. Tell you, the best thing to have in your kitchen is a pair of scissors, if not more than one. I use them all the time. I cut up my chicken with, if I was doing like that chicken I was supposed to show you how I made, I cut up all my chicken with that. Okay, so I'm gonna do 1 cup of this. Turn my too hot. Let's see. Yeah, so you basically like fry it, What I need is a wok. Although woks don't usually come with a cover, do they? I don't know, maybe they do. There, because it falls if I push it forward. I've never seen that come up on the chat before like that. And I just got I just got this computer and it has new virus protection on everything, so it shouldn't be doing that. Kirsty, who's your wifey? Which one's your wifey? Oh, I guess it's Irish. Well, you two, you all make a fine looking couple. Hey, Gary, I don't think I know you, do I? But I appreciate you being here. Okay, I'm just going to put these little bit of vegetables in here. I really like the way those carrots turned out. If you're looking for an easy way to make, quick, I don't know what you call julienne carrots, those little chips make it really easy to do that. So I have my stove on 8. Just kidding. It is actually on 8, but a medium high. And, you don't want your vegetables to be too overcooked. That's the worst thing to have a stir fry where the vegetables are mushy. So you really just need, and it's going to cook also when we cover it. So just a quick, little stir fry. And I'm going to go ahead and put in, I'm trying to think. Let me show you. I'm going to use some of this as my liquid. And what this is, so we need 2 cups of liquid. So let me see how much this is. So that's about 3/4 of a cup. I'm going to fill the rest up with water. 1 more cup of water. I thought I would use that instead of water, you know, to give it a little more flavor. That is leftover sauce that I made for that sesame chicken I made last weekend. And all it is pineapple juice, soy sauce, a little bit of sesame oil, and honey. So that's what was in here. So I thought I'd use that. That'll give it a really good flavor instead of water. So you want to bring it up to a boil, just like you do rice. I'm going to turn it on high. And as soon as it comes up to a boil, I'm going to cover it. I didn't put the peas in. I'm not going to put the peas into the very last second because I don't want them to cook, get, you know, soft and mushy. I want them to be really, really bright green and still kind of firm. I am going to put my little bit of tofu in. That's kind of like chicken, you know. As a matter of fact, I made the egg rolls and I put tofu in them, and my niece and nephews all thought it was chicken, and my sister. I said, no, babies, that'd be tofu. Which they're not like weirded out by that kind of thing. They grew up eating stuff like that. And I am going to add a little bit more soy sauce. Give it lots of flavor. And then just probably an extra drop or two of sesame oil. You know what? I got some sesame seeds. We'll put them in there later too. I adore sesame seeds. I put them in everything. Okay, so it's just now coming to a boil. Let's see, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay. Let me get that covered. And then turn it down to very low. You know, pretty much on your lowest setting. Oops. And let me make sure I put everything in that I wanted to. Yeah, like I said, I'll put the peas in at the last second, and then we'll put some sesame seeds in it too. I wish y'all were here. It's going to make too much for just me, but it makes good leftovers too. Okay, let me get cleaned up for just a minute, and then I can pay attention to the chat a little bit better. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Let's see. Sit right here. Good shadows. I want to show you all a little bit of, I put out the Easter stuff yesterday. I don't have a lot, but this is the kitchen table. I don't know if you can see it. I already told you about my like obsession with dishware, but I love these plates. I forget what they're called now. They're all made in Portugal, but there's a bunch of different styles. I have a couple different ones. Some of them have dragonflies on them. I forget what style they're called, but love them. Love Easter. Ooh, dark cloud just went by. Turn the light on here. Here we go. Okay. Let's see if I can do it like this. There we go. Wendy, you're auctioning your clothes? What's going on with that? I wanted to show you. So basically, there's very little that I can do work-wise with the state of my neuropathy and the CMT that I have. Plus, I just had that surgery. So I desperately want to do something. And I've always wanted to try to use my teaching degree again. And there's this really neat program that I'll tell you. Look at me, I'm sweating already. There's this really neat program that teaches ESL to like 5-year-old children. And they are in, I believe, Beijing. So you need all kinds of props and everything. The interview is very extensive, and I passed the first 2 parts. And the next part is you have to teach a model lesson. And it's very specific. It's about feelings. So you have to teach happy, angry, sad. But you have to have a puppet, and I'll be darned if I could not find a puppet anywhere. I did order one on Amazon, but it said it was going to take 4 weeks. It's probably coming from Beijing, one of these puppets that I needed. But this morning, my girlfriend that I used to teach with brought me by the sweetest puppets. So we've got a little caterpillar here. I said, oh, that's from Hungry Caterpillar. And she's like, no, I guess she used to teach special ed. So it's very similar, she said, to, teaching ESL. They call it TPR, total physical response. So there's lots of movement, lots of great job, yay, monkey, lots of acting things out. And she said she's a little creepy, but we've got a little French girl. She said she has a beret. So this is a good puppet I can use too. That was so sweet. But then she also brought, which is awesome, all the stuff right here, actually. I don't know how to turn a computer, probably flip it like you do a phone. I'm sure there's a way. But she brought these awesome number cards and, to learn vocabulary, and flashcards with numbers and letters, all kinds of things that she used in her classroom. But what I really wanted, which is amazing, are these letters. Look at these. Can you see the magnetic letters? So I'm really excited about I feel good about my interview now. I should say I'm excited about it, but I feel more confident about that. And she said the greatest thing, she said, if your whiteboard is not magnetic, you can just use a cookie sheet. And I was like, oh my gosh, how genius. I would have never thought about that. So I think I've got pretty much everything I need now. And then one of my neighbors brought me a chalkboard that somebody had at the dump. So I tell you what, I'm surrounded by the best people. Being by this oven is hot. Oh, thank you, Kitty. Your daughter teaches special ed? I think she has puppets for different emotions. Well, it was really cool. I mean, I've been working on getting ready for this for quite some time. And, you know, I had to get a new computer, and then I had surgery and blah, 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 blah. Lots of different things I had to do. But at the dollar store, they had, and I'll show you, I'll go into the sunroom after this is done. They had emojis that were happy, sad, and angry. They just happened to have those three. So I picked them up. I've had those for about 2 months now. Hey, Ashley Beauty, it has been a while. How are you? I haven't been on your channel for a while either. You were so, Ashley, I ended up getting the computer, honey. It's not an Apple. I wanted an Apple, but they're just a little too expensive. So maybe if I make lots of money with this job, I can get an Apple. Oh, Ashley, you're in. It's not England. Is it Scotland that you're in? Is that where you live? I want to go to England so badly. Oh, you're in between clients. What do you do for a living, Ashley? Yeah, I thought it was Scotland. So awesome. Okay, Trainer Mary, thanks for coming in, honey. Okay, Gary, go feed those youngins. Okay, let's see what's going on here with this. I'm sorry to be jiggling y'all around so much. We'll get steady here in a minute. Oh, you're self-employed esthetician. How awesome is that? Yes, I do want to come to Scotland. I most certainly do. Oh, we have a little ways to go. So, we'll come back here. Self-employed esthetician. That sounds awesome. So you do like a lot of facials, and that doesn't involve like masseuse work, does it? Hey, ask Kitty, a cat and an opossum. What is that? I hope that's not what you're having for lunch. 2 inside kids and 4-legged kids. That's cute. Well, Gary, you seem like a cool dude. Yeah, so this interview, though, has to be very precise. The interview is 30 minutes long. You talk to somebody in Beijing, and well, for the first 10 minutes, you have to talk about yourself and your credentials. The only thing you have to have is a bachelor's degree. Of course, if you have a teaching certificate and you've taught before, that's going to help. But you don't have to have that. And then the next 10 minutes is this very specific lesson that you have to teach about the emotions. And it's exactly 10 minutes long. You can't go over, you can't go under. So that's the hard part, is timing yourself and make sure that you get the timing right. And then I guess the last 10 minutes, they give you feedback. And once you get, that's what determines whether you get hired or not. And it also determines your pay. And then after you get hired, there's 2 more mock lessons that you have to do, which, I'm just trying to make it through this one. If I do this one okay, then I'll feel really good. They basically, the next 2 lessons are to help you to get you ready for when you have your own class. So this is the most important one. So that's why I'm spending so much time trying to get all the props right, and it's been crazy. So that's what I've been working on. You have a pet opossum? Oh, Gary, I don't like them. Did you have him since he was a baby? And did you raise him? I've seen some videos on like Facebook where they can be really sweet. They just creep me out, their eyes. And you know what it is? The tail. Y'all know I've said this before. I'm not afraid of snakes. I'm not afraid of spiders, but I don't like rats and things that have a tail like that. Yes, when it's online. It's online. So you're working though. Are you when? I can't remember what you do. I know it's something kid related, or I thought it was at least. Aren't you like a counselor? There's the lady that just brought me the chalkboard over. Oh, you bottle feed him, so he's still a baby. Oh, thank you, Cherry Cherry. I like your name. Oh yeah, the class Cherry Cherry that they want you to teach, they've already got it all the slides out. It's through PowerPoint, so it's very, very specific, and it's not taught like I can't teach like I used to. I used to teach second grade, and like I was talking with Michelle this morning when she came over, my girlfriend, and she was saying, pretending to teach the lesson, she was saying, okay, and now we're going to learn about feelings, and you can't have any transition words, no extra conversation words, like, okay, and next we're going to, no, it's just got to be each word is specific, which means any extra words that are not part of the vocabulary they're trying to learn is just going to confuse them. So yeah, I know exactly what you mean, beginning, middle, and end. It definitely has a very specific, what am I trying to say? It's a very specific lesson. They already have it planned out for you. They just want to see how you teach it. So that's, I guess, good. I don't have to make it up myself. Jamie, how are you, honey? I got a call coming in. Decline. Do y'all have on your phone, I don't know how this happened. I didn't sign up for it that I was aware of, but it'll say suspected spam or legitimate caller. It like screens the call for you. Does everybody have that? Is that something normal? Oh, deaf children. Oh, wow, One Win. That's so neat. So do you, I guess obviously you know sign language. Gary, do you mean literally get her over there? Do y'all live close by? Do you and Chaos live close? Oh, I don't know anything about that. No, I don't think Jamie would do that. See, I miss all this. I didn't even know they had a stream. I didn't even know ATX was still around. That's how much I know. That's so neat, One Win. So do you work for the public schools or are you private? Oh, Cass says you have to move out of misery first. Is that Missouri? Oh, do you like living in Missouri? I lived in Kansas for a summer. I loved it. It was beautiful. We went into Missouri. Oh, okay, it is normal. Thank you, Kitty. I thought I was special. I appreciate it. I appreciate the screening of the calls. I don't usually answer my phone for just about anybody unless it's a doctor's call. Speaking of which, and you all always ask me about my surgery, and thank you for all of the everybody still asking me how I'm doing and hoping everything's okay. Well, I went to my doctor. Let's say Thursday. I went Tuesday. Yeah, I went Tuesday, and he was not happy, which I thought he wasn't going to be. I've got maybe I can show you pictures on my phone, but I don't want anybody to be eating lunch when I showed them because I made that mistake. I sent my sister some pictures, and I didn't tell her I was sending them. I just sent them of when I got my cast off. And she was like, she got literally mad at me. She was like, do not send those pictures without letting me know that you're sending them. I was in the middle of dinner, so I wouldn't do that unless, especially since so many people are eating lunch. But anyway, that side, my right side of my right foot is where I had that sore, which was not the reason for the surgery at all, but he was going to take care of that while he was in there. So he removed a lot of bone on that side. And since he was able to do that, he had extra skin and he just cut the sore off. Well, every other part of my foot has healed beautifully, but that doggone sore has come back, but not in the way it looked before, but it's in that same spot. And he said it's called hypergranulation, which I guess what I kind of came to understand is my foot healed really well, but it almost healed too well where the skin kept growing over top where we're supposed to stop. It kept growing. So I've got I don't know, it doesn't look good. So I've got to go back to the wound clinic, but y'all know who's at the wound clinic. Mr. Hottie. You remember that doctor that I love so much, the ER doctor? So that's good. At least I know that the office is really nice and that the doctor I'll be working with is really nice. But I'm sure it's going to be once a week, probably for a while, because those things wounds don't heal quickly. So that's a little bit unfortunate. But anyway, the update on that. Let's see how my little quinoa's doing here. Kirsty burned the boxes now. Yes, the sexy doc. God knows this man. There's very few people that I, immediately find attractive, especially like a man. And I don't know how old he is. He's probably about my age, maybe a little bit older. But gosh, he's got the personality and the looks. That's rare. Okay, gorgeous. I think we're good. Show you what this looks like. Let me get my peas and my sesame seeds. I told you I get these sesame seeds at Food Line for 64 cents. And that's a good amount of seeds in there, and they can be kind of expensive. I love Food Line. Do y'all have Food Line where y'all are? Okay. Let's see. This is what it looks like. And you fluff it up just like you do rice. But first I'm going to put in my peas. Like I said, this is not a recipe. This is throw in whatever you have left over. Let me put sesame seeds. I like a lot of sesame seeds, so. Sesame seeds are really good for you too. They're, I think they're really high in vitamin E. Okay, and then I'm gonna actually kind of fluff it with a fork because that's what I usually do with rice. And just the heat of this will cook up those peas or defrost them because they're already cooked in no time. Oh, this looks so good. And turn the heat off. And there we go. I'm going to put it in this bowl right here, and then lunch will be ready. Let's see, I wish somebody could come over with me. You know who would be close by is Elsie. Elsie only lives maybe 20 minutes from me, I believe. She's in Creedmoor, so no more than 30 minutes. I should call Felsie. That little bit of sweetness from the pineapple juice, oh my gosh, that makes such a difference. So here's what it looks like. Hey, Robin. So let's see, what do I want to eat out of? I'm going to put this in a little bowl, and then we'll go in the sunroom, and I'll sit down and show you my little classroom I set up and be more still, okay? So I'll be right back. Put you in here. Okay, so I'm just going to sit in the dining room for a little bit I don't have, I do have the table set up, but I don't have, I have a bunch of stuff on that I need to move. So I'll show you in there, but I'm going to sit in here. All right, close the channel. Kitty, that's so cute. Your decor matches your demeanor, calm and beautiful. I love that. What a sweet comment. I just put out my plates in here, changed over from Valentine's Day. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm a like plate fanatic. I don't know what my deal is, but I always cook for like I have a family of six and buy for a family of 12. Maybe these things are in my heart, and in the future, I'm going to have a large family. Who knows? Don't send us near anything breakable. Yeah, I hate to eat on camera, but I'm hungry, and I still want to talk to y'all. So I apologize if I offend you. I'll try not to eat too much like a pig. Hey, Dolphin. Dolphin is parenting. That's a cool name. Let me grab a napkin real quick. So, what are y'all going to do the rest of the day? I need to go to the dollar store. I have to get one more whiteboard, and I need to get my biotin. Although somebody said there was some biotin at Kroger that was on sale. They're not chewable. I mean, they're not gummies, but they're capsules. So I was going to go look in there. Oh yes, you do need a Marla doll. I would probably be pretty easy to find. Most of the dolls have blonde hair and yeah, I want to go for a walk, but my problem is I want to walk. I want to be outside, and I love to walk. I love to exercise, but it seems like when I do, it makes my foot worse. So it's like a catch-22. But I feel I want to lose like. First of all, I'm going to see Mr. Sexy Doctor next Thursday. So I'd like to lose 20 pounds by next Thursday. Then I'm going to this luncheon March 25th, where I'm going to see a lot of people that I haven't seen in a while. So I'd like to lose another 20 pounds by then. And, by this summer, I'm hoping that my feet will be good and I'll be able to wear maybe normal shoes. And so I want to lose, I need to lose 50 to 60 pounds by summer. That's, oh, hey, Tracy, I know, long time no see. Kirsten, I can have like, here they call them, this might be a British thing, but they call them cotillion classes, where they teach children manners and, how to eat correctly, how to set a table, how to, I think it's either, they even teach dancing and things like that. So I could teach some cotillion classes to Patty. And is positive B? What is her doll's name? Is she still there? Or is she gone? I liked her. She made the coolest crafts. Oh my! Like the house was just about to come down. Negative Nancy. There you go. Well, I got her name wrong, didn't I? Are her and Patty still friends? No, seriously, sounds like there's a hurricane. Oh, I think they're blowing out there. But good lord, did they hit the house? Tracy, I still love my mirror so much that you gave me. I think about you every day when I use it. Y'all, you know what? My favorite thing in here is there's almonds. So if you do make this, put some almonds in here. And the tofu is probably my second favorite. Kitty, you're adorable. Tracy, it definitely did come in handy. It sure did, sweetheart. Yes, she can succeed. Exactly. We can all succeed. Listen, to be honest, she's one of the not the worst players right now, if you know what I mean. One when Tracy is more than an incredible friend. She is an incredible human being. She's one of the big reasons why people stay on YouTube, because they meet people like her. And she's the real deal. She's not only a good friend, but she's somebody that you want to be like. She's beautiful. She's freaking, could be a supermodel. I just love her. I love all you all. I mean, this is the reason, for some reason, yes, I know I've been attacked and all the crap that's happened in the past, but I tend to have really good people that come in here. I mean, really awesome people. No, we've known each other now, some of us for a year. I think I'm very proud of that. And most of you I have, real life relationships with and conversations with. And I think a lot of us have managed to somehow still survive after all the horribleness that's been going on. Tracy, look how loved you are. And it's so interesting because Tracy doesn't make videos, but you can tell her character so easily, can't you? Oh, thank you, Lavender. You are too, honey. Um, what I'm looking forward to, well, so much, but I've been in a state of receiving for so long now, and I appreciate it so much. But I've been the person with my hands out, basically. Like I need help. Not even that I've said it so much. I mean, I have when I've needed it, but I'm the one who's always people are bringing stuff to and helping, and I want to be the person to give back because it's been a while since I've been able to do that. Now, when I was working and making good money, that's the best feeling in the world is being able to help other people out. Um, so this job, if it works out, will hopefully enable me to do that. I mean, the first person I want to give back to is my mom. She's just sacrificed so much for me, and y'all, she's turning 70, February 28th. And I think if I told you this, I'm not sure. I was going to try to do like a little surprise party for her, but she hates surprises. like hates them. I don't really like surprises that much too, either, but we try. It's so funny. I think I've already said this. I apologize if I did, but we're 30 years apart. She had me when she was 30. So I'm turning 40 and she's turning 70. And when she turned 40, my sister and I threw her a surprise party. And it's so weird to think that that I'm her age now that she was then. Does that make sense? Because I don't feel like I'm that old. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. But anyway, she freaked out and hated it. Hated it. Was mad at my sister and I. So I think we're gonna do something, but it's not gonna be a surprise. Hmm. Jamie, your text makes my day, honey. Yeah, true ride or dies. I hate when that word's used and it's not true. I've already told you my problem with that. But what's everybody else doing today? Tracy, what are you doing today, honey? There's plenty of you to go around. Yeah, is that a Pisces? One with your job, you might have answered me and I didn't hear you. Do you work on an as needed basis, or I remember when I taught, we had a deaf student. I didn't teach her, but she was in the class next to me, and we had a resource specialist come in and work with her. You hate surprises? I don't know if they're thought out. I had a surprise. I remember this is a really good surprise. I've had several like surprise parties. I guess I do like them. I just don't want them to be really in my house. I guess that's the big difference. I want it to be somewhere else where I don't have to worry if everything's clean or is everybody happy. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but when I turned 16, um, my girlfriends and I we used to always go to Cracker Barrel for each other's birthdays. And it was kind of a special thing because at that time, and there is actually not a Cracker Barrel in Raleigh, but back then we had to drive like a good 30 minutes to get to Cracker Barrel. So it was kind of a special occasion. Well, they had secretly, so we were all going to Cracker Barrel. And I guess they had secretly called my mom and gotten her to pack a bag for me, which I can't believe I didn't notice this. So she put everything I needed for a trip and somehow got it to one of my girlfriends. And after we were leaving Cracker Barrel, I guess somebody had come to pick me up and they went the wrong direction. I'm like, after about 30 minutes, I noticed we were going the wrong direction. I said, wait a minute. And they said, oh, no, we're going to the beach. So they kind of kidnapped me and went to the beach. That was like my favorite surprise. And I was genuinely surprised. Usually I'm pretty hard to surprise because I can pick up on things pretty quickly. Okay. You travel around and work individually, so sort of as needed basis. Yeah. That is so neat, Win. You're another classy lady. Oh, bye, Lavender, honey. Thank you for coming in. Wait a minute, Kirsty. I thought you had a little girl. She said, my kid does my head in, has to watch the same thing over and over, and I have to bribe him to do anything. I thought you had a little girl. You have a girl and a boy? I saw the only reason I know that is I saw your video when y'all were doing the what's it called? The jelly bean challenge. Hey, Eva Elizabeth, what a beautiful name. Oh, you have both. Here's Tia's. Your little boy must be younger than your girl. I bet. Is he is your little girl first? He's so demanding. Oh, he's 3. Dang. What does he like to watch? Oh, you've seen him, Jamie? No, I haven't seen him, I don't think. And she's 9. Well, she's a doll baby. I did see her. She wasn't 9 though. That was probably like 2 years ago you did that. Hey, Punky Bee. You on the road again? Well, I'm glad you came in, honey. This is not the best thing to eat on camera. These little quinoa kernels get stuck in your teeth. Speaking of teeth, I've got one more root canal to do. God almighty. Next Tuesday. So don't be letting me near a computer on Tuesday, y'all. Or if you hear me on Tuesday and I say anything, just ignore it. Thomas the Tank. Oh, I've never heard of PJ Masks. Did any kid watch this old Sesame Street anymore? Is that not popular anymore? I know they still have it on public television. Kelly. Hey, Kelly. Mr. Tumble. My phone keeps going out. Sorry. Mr. Tumble over and over again. Done my tits in when I babysit. You hate Mr. Tumble. He sounds annoying. I don't like Mr. Tumble either. Exactly, Jamie. Well, you guys, my computer's about to die. I will show you my little classroom real quick before it dies. And then I probably won't be today, but I'm going to come on. Like I told you in the beginning, some things that have been bothering me that I think need to be addressed. So I'll come on soon and we'll have a little bit of drama. Who is it that says drama? Oh, that must be how they say it in Canada. But let me show you my little classroom real quick. And I'm probably going to do my interview tomorrow. So y'all wish me luck. I'll let you know how it goes. But I'll show you real quick. It takes me a while to get up. Sorry. Okay. Did y'all see my little Easter table? It's not really finished yet. I'm going to get some things at the dollar store to finish it up. But I love, that's my color. That's my color of these dishes right here. I got those at Home Goods a couple years ago. So, y'all, look at this Easter lily, too. Remember me telling you how much I love Food Lion? Can y'all see that? The manager at Food Lion I was checking out the other day, and she came up to me, and she said, I saw you looking at those flowers. I mean, she said it just like that, and I was like, I thought I was in trouble. She said, pick one up on your way out of here. I thought, okay. So it was really sweet of her. I got this beautiful Easter lily for free. I'm not sure why she did that, but and then look at this gorgeousness. That is my amaryllis somebody else gave me that has been growing. She got it and had it sitting on her dining room table in a box, and the poor little baby was all anemic. And she said, "You want this thing? I don't want it." And it says clearly on the box, "Take out immediately when open immediately." So I took it. It's been trying to bloom now for about 2.5 weeks, and it just popped open. It's so beautiful. It's like a little baby being born. It's like in a encapsulated, and when it pops open, it still has its little covering on it. It literally is like a little baby. So here is my mock classroom. We've got the alphabet, and this is chalkboard. I can take this down now that I got a real chalkboard, but this was chalkboard, what do you call it? Wrapping paper that you can write on. So I'll have to rearrange this a little bit now that I have a chalkboard. But I've got that. I've got my map over here. And these are those emotion guys I was trying to tell you about. We've got happy, angry, and sad. Isn't that incredible that I found those? So, got a little bit more work to do on that, but I love y'all so much. Sorry this was kind of sporadic and back and forth, but we'll have a more serious conversation soon. And I'll let you know how my interview goes. But I love y'all. Have a great afternoon. Bye.